Ki Jai. Okay, question. Your friend have a question? Mayapur is not in the list, by the way. What's the Dham of Mahaprabhu? So one Dham equals the other Dham. So what the truth about Mathura is also the truth about Navadvip. And Ganga is here also. You die in Ganga, you get liberated also. You die just saying Ganga, you get liberated. Say Ganga, Ganga, you get liberated. Even if you're a Moscow, say Ganga, Ganga. That's how powerful Ganga is. Shridevi's birthday was yesterday. So we offered Ganga Jal. Because her husband wanted Ganga Jal for Day Prayag. So for Ganga Jal is Shridevi. She is happy. Day Prayag, her husband just, these guys were just there in Day Prayag. Enjoying, these guys love the Himalayas. Two renegades, you know. Hop on a motorcycle and drive up the mountains, enjoy life. You know. It's another world over there, no doubt. I lived there in '81 for six months. It was really nice. It's always nice. Ganga is Nitya for some time. She's Nitya here for not so much longer, but nice energy. Question? Okay.
If I want to ask about appearance, Suryadev, how, where appearance?
I don't know the story. The question is how Suryadev appeared. I don't know. It's just in 5th canto it describes how everything manifested. I don't know. I can't say. 5th canto describes that Suryadev, the devata, worships a form of Bhagavan known as Surya Narayan. Surya Narayan has 4 hands. And he lives on sun planet. And he has a body made of fire. Suryadev's body is made of fire. Vishnu's body is Tadiya, is transcendental. It's made of Antaranga Shakti. So he lives here with Lakshmi Devi. And he has a palace there, he has a throne. And Suryadev comes as puja. So when we're worshipping Suryadev, we're worshipping Surya Narayan. The god of health is Surya Narayan. That's Suryadev. Suryadev, he doesn't have any power without God's blessing. Suryadev is in the spiritual world also, as spiritual form, spiritual sun planet, spiritual moon planet, spiritual Ganapati. They're all there. Part of the Leela. Nanda Shesh is in Vrindavan also. He appears as a cobra. Radharani wants to run away from the Kund. She comes to the Kund to meet Krishna, the Rachi Leela, and she's very anxious to have Krishna's darshan in her heart, but externally she displays avahita bhav, conceals her attraction. And she says, hey, don't touch me, I'm going home. It's like playing hard to get, you know. So many girls like to do. That's good also. Should be hard to get. Yeah, that's the way it works. So Radharani is like that. So Krishna gets so angry, and Radharani just says, I'm leaving, and runs away. And then Nanda Shesh appears on the footpath. Big king cobra rises up. He goes, shh! Because girls, some usually, 14-year-old girls aren't particularly attracted to black snakes. Hissing at midnight, Amavasya night, black cobra with a diamond on his forehead, shining like a star. He comes in, Krishna. And he's okay, welcome back. So Ananta Shesh is serving the loving pastimes of Krishna. Everyone and everything in Vrindavan is bringing Radha and Krishna together for Yugo Milan. Yugo Milan, meeting of the Yugo. So even a black cobra, fearsome living entity, one bite, you're dead in 30 seconds. Boom. Ta. Good night. Unless you can charm the snake. You're a snake charmer. You can talk to him. Hari Charandas Babaji told me at a time, once he was to Govinda Kunda, there's a cave there. There's a cave that Siddha Manohar Das did bhajan in. So Gurudev ordered him one time when he was a teenager to go observe Kartik Brat in the cave and chant 3 lakhs a day or 1 lakh. Oh, it's so much job all day. So he was chanting all month in the cave when he was a young man. And Gurudev was also living in Govinda Kunda, and Sri Maharaj already had left his body. Gurudev met him and saw him. I don't think Haricharans met him. He was in his cave. And the last day of Kartik, last day of the Brat, 2 cobras came in the cave. Because of all, sunlight outside. They came in the cave, and they came up and one went around his neck, the other one around his neck. And he was just trying not to move at all. He was praying to Lord Shiva, Vaitacharya, and he said he was really praying to Gurudev. And they just went there and sat on his shoulders a while. And they came down, and then they got in front of him and they started dancing. It was a husband and wife, husband and wife cobras, they danced together. They were just dancing in front of him. And just right in front of him, like he was sitting there, they were like where the table is. He was like, curious, you want to watch the show, but you're a little scared also. He was a kid there, he's like a teenager kid or something. So he chanted, and they went away. And when he came out of the cave, he saw on some rocks nearby Siddha Maharaj sitting there. He had already died, he already left this world 20, 30 years before. And Siddha Maharaj was glowing like light and looked at him and smiled and went like. So he went and told Guru Maharaj the story of what happened. And he said, that was your test. That was your test. And you passed the test, you weren't afraid. Shiva came to test you, and Siddha Manohar blessed you. That's a pretty amazing exchange with Sri Hari Charandas Babaji. He told it to me once. He didn't tell me not to tell anybody, but not too many people know about it. He's a very extraordinary person. He looks ordinary guy, but he's actually very extraordinary. Well, now some Western people are taking initiation from him. They're very fortunate. He's what they call Vishesh Guru Lakshan. Hari Bhakti Vilas says there's Sadharani Guru Lakshan and Vishesh Guru. Vishesh Guru means the Guru has exceptional characteristics. So the definition of a Guru with exceptional characteristics, one, he's born in a Brahmin family of good behavior and also Vaishnavas. So his mother and father were disciples of Siddha Maharaj Babaji. And they're Gaudiya Vaisnavas from birth. So he was raised with all pure sadhachara behavior from birth. His mother and father came to Gaudiya Vaisnava when he was 12 years old and gave him to Maharaj Sri Krishna's Babaji. They had other sons. We donate our son to you. Train him up to be a great devotee. So my Guru was okay. And became like his foster father, guru, teacher, everything. So this is some nice idea. What was the question? Was there any question?
Surudev appearance.
Yeah, Surudev appearance.
Maharaj,
Yes?
one devotee want to know your opinion about one topic. Devotee want to have a cow, to worship cow directly, to worship as a abundance of demigods, and he just want to know, is it particular cow need to be worshipped because, like, with proper science, or any cow?
Is India or where? Where is the person?
He's Russian, but he want to live in India, and he want to pet cow and to worship a particular cow whom it should be worshipped, and he want to know your opinion about that. Like, it's a
So
different.
the person is going to move to Vrindavan? What are you saying?
I don't know about
India.
that.
Okay, if the person is going to live in Vrindavan or out of Vrindavan, wants to worship a cow, he should get an old cow. It should be an old cow of pure Indian breed.
Pure Indian breed.
Yeah, not Western cow. Western cows are not original.
Gir. Gir cow.
Huh?
Gir cow.
Yeah, there's many pure breeds in India. Zebu is one. Zebu is a traditional North Indian white cow. It's called Zebu. And the cows of Gujarat are called Gir. They're very gentle cows. But it should be an old cow that doesn't give milk and doesn't maybe give milk out of love, but it's too old to have babies. Otherwise it's too entangling and it get bad karma. Because you have all bull babies, you have no engagement for them, and end up getting slaughtered. And there should be a cow, you should find an old cow and take care of it. And if it dies and you still want to take care of the cow, get another old cow. The demigods, they don't think they live in any cow, old or young. Like Paramama is in old people also, and also in you too. So we don't believe in killing old people like some people do. So old cow is best. Old is gold. I know a friend who's worshiping Radha. I know a person who's worshiping a cow, an old cow. It's too old to give babies, and the cow's been giving milk for 15 years.
Without baby.
Without a baby. She's a brahmacharini.
It's low.
Brahmacharini cow, she gets 5-6 liters a day. And she's real fat, like an old lady. But she's full of love and pure white and very fatty. And he feeds her like anything, all good stuff. And he loves her, she loves him, and she just keeps dropping milk. Because milk is a product of love. It's called love food. And honey is also love food. So they say the devotees live on milk and honey. Milk is produced by love of the mother, and bees produce honey out of love for the queen bee. There's 60,000 worker bees all working out of love for one queen and making honey for her to eat, get a big and fat queen. And lays the eggs for the future bee city or whatever, bee family. So it should be old cow, Indian breed cow, pure breed. Brahmin cow, Gir, some have bumps, some don't have bumps. But if he's living in a cold place, he should get a darker skinned cow. If he's living in a hot place, somewhere hot, you should get a white skinned cow, because they're more comfortable. And that's why North India mostly have white skinned cows. Gujarat, they have dark brown skin. It's called gear breed, gear. They have a kind of bumpy head, different. Yeah, I have big, it's called dewlap, this thing under the skin, under the neck. Different kind. But if it's a cold place, you get a black cow or dark brown cow. Pure Indian breed. Because the demigods, the Western cows, I don't think the demigods live there. I don't think so. There's some kind of cow. Because mostly Western cows are a crossbreed between moose and cow. Moose is like a big deer or something, in the forest. You have in Russia, those kind of things. Big moose. They're big, like big deer, I don't know. There's some kind of beast, So they crossbred those, the cows get all these weird looking cows. The ears don't twist all around. They're very funny looking cows. I mean, they're Swiss cows, and people in the West and different farms, they think they're very beautiful, and they love them and everything. I say, okay, that's nice, but check this out.
Oh, cow.
There's a purebred Indian cow.
Oh my God,
That's pretty cool. He's a cow hustler, cattle rustler.
We're blessed by little cow.
That's really nice. Little girl chasing a little cow. That's nice. Cowherd girl. You got your dress there. You got attractive. You got a cow dress. So that's that, huh? You can leave it there if you want.
Thank you so much.
Really enjoying. Kicking her legs is so cool. Where's Haridas?
It's there on the gate.
Okay.
He's happy, freedom.
Let's say in the back of your jacket, tribe. You're the rainbow tribe. He's really having a good time. Somebody's enjoying around here. The joy of youth. Okay, what's the question here? Nothing. Hari Katha. That's Namrup Gun Leela, you chant the name, you go, what's up? Hey, man. Cool.
Freedom.
Yeah. I think he's crying for his mother now.
No, it's later. In 2 hours.
Dinner time, huh? Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Chant. Questions? Internet. Okay, internet. Hey, little cow. Wow.
Can a Raganuga Bhakt perform Ragatmika Bhakti once they achieve Prema Bhakti? Or is this not possible for a Raganuga Bhakti, even if they reach Nitya Vrindavan?
Can a Raganuga Bhakti perform Ragatmika Bhakti after they leave this world and go to Nitya, to Vrindavan, go over Vrindavan? No, Raganuga Bhakti never performs Ragatmika Bhakti. Ragatmika Bhakti is the type of bhakti performed by the Nitya Parishads, Radharani, Asasakis, Subala, Sridham, Yashoda, etc. They perform Ragatmika Bhakti. The whole atmosphere is full of rag. We're following, eternally following Anugatya, Ragatmika Anugatya. Raganuga means to follow the rag of the Ragatmikas. You don't become a Ragatmika, and our bhakti doesn't attain the quality of Ragatmika bhakti. Well, I mean, it's like, there's not much difference. I mean, in Manjaris, for example, the sadhana siddha attains prema, and goes to the spiritual world, enters Krishna's Leela, and has to sit a day as a Mandri Gopi, a servant of Radharani. When Radharani is experiencing Mahabhav, the Mandris are also experiencing Mahabhav. So what is Ragamika Bhakti, what is Mahabhav? I mean, it's just in terms of using these terms, the devotion of Ragamika Bhakti is never called Ragamika Bhakti. But the experience of a Ragamika Bhakti, it may be even more than a Ragamika Bhakti. Ragamika Bhakti. Lalita, Vishaka, and Chitra, and the Astasakis, they're Ragamika Bhaktis, and they're in Mahabhav. But the experience of Mahabhav, the Mandris, is greater because they're fully identified with Radharani. It says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Sakhi Mandris experience millions of times more happiness than Radha and Krishna. We're serving Radha and Krishna. We're Mandris, we're serving Radharani's Mahabhav, and we're experiencing more ecstasy than she's experiencing in her own Mahabhav. This is the Karuna aspect, the compassion of Radharani. She distributes. That's why they say that Lord Chaitanya is Audari Avatar. Audari Avatar. Krishna's Madhurya. Krishna distributes sweetness. But Audari means generosity. That Lord Chaitanya is giving what Krishna never gave. He's giving what no one ever gave. He's giving Mahabhava Radharani. Una Ushla Ras. So this is Audari, this is generosity. Sweetness, when sweet, like we have a cup of sweet rice, that's Madhurya. But if you keep filling it and it overfills, starts running down the side, that's Audari. Because you can drink it and anybody nearby you can drink it too, because it keeps overfilling. Like Jesus said, my cup runneth over. My cup runneth over. My cup runneth over means my cup is being filled and going over. So Krishna's sweetness and Lord Chaitanya is a fountain of sweetness. Krishna is like a lake of honey, and Lord Chaitanya is like a fountain of honey. You know, fountain. It says when Lord Chaitanya is dancing in Rath Yatra, the tears are shooting from his eyes like a syringe. Those tears are Mahabhav Ashru. He's in Mahabhav. And Lord Chaitanya is Krishna and Radharani's Mahabhav dancing in ecstasy in Rath Yatra. And his eyes are shooting out tears like a pitchkari. Boom. Everyone's getting bathed in the fountain of the Prem Ashru, loving tears of Mahaprabhu at Rath Yatra dancing. Now that's a bath. That's an abhishek. Bathe in the tears of Gauranga. Nice. Gauranga. What was the question? Huh? There we go. Forget about Ragamika, just become Radharani's Mandri, and you get everything and more. Just become Radharani's Mandri and stay by her side. Nitya Parshve. Nitya Stita Parshve. It says in Rarasuni, Nitya Stita Parshve. I will always eternally stay by your side. Parshva means side. Nitya means eternally. Stiti means always be by your side. Bhagavad Sataki. What to do? This is the speciality of Brajmanda. There's too much Hari Katha, too much Kirtan, too many temples, too many devotees, too crowded with devotees. Too much Katha, Hari Katha, too much Kirtan, Krishna Kirtan. Too much is great. No room for Maya to sneak in. No? Maya is blocked from every direction. 10 directions Maya is blocked. Radhe Radhe Bo, Radhe Radhe Bo, Radhe Radhe Jave Karo, Krishna Nam, Rasa Piya Karo. You can't fight him, you have to join him. This is Braj. There's only one controller in Vrindavan, Radharani Ki Jai. She loves it all. It's all for her pleasure. Actually, people say, I like your tapes, I like your lectures, not so much for what you say, but what all the different background noises. The barking dogs, the screeching kids, the crying babies, the Hari Katha in the background, the birdies. Ambience lectures. Like people in the West, they make lectures. They play metron, or they play what they call tambura, electronic boing, boing, boing. They try to make their lectures really cool, you know. There's making some narration, or speaking Bhagavatam, having Satsang with devotees. They put on a little box, little electronic tambura, doing, doing, doing. And they speak. We don't have automatic background. Question. You buy all your clothes thinking of a motorcycle. That's what you wear on a motorcycle. Yeah, poncho. Wool poncho. Keep warm. Yeah, it's very good. Questions? Stand up. Turn the camera. She'll join. Anyway, that's her own style. It's nice. That's why I was trying to pick up some style from different people. Get some inspiration. Do you have a question? You have a question?
Why Lord Chaitanya spoke the mouth of Ramananda Roy when he was speaking about Ramananda Sambhad? Why Chaitanya blocked the mouth of Ramananda Roy when he was trying to get the
Yeah, question is often asked when Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 8, Madhya Lila, it's Ramananda Sambhad, it's the teachings of Ramananda Roy on Bhakti Sambandha Videya Prayojana. He was giving to Lord Chaitanya, but actually Ramananda Roy said, Lord Chaitanya, I'm a parrot, and Lord Chaitanya is making me speak. So Lord Chaitanya was really speaking all those teachings. And he taught about how to attain the goal of life. And Ramananda Roy suggested different things, like Varnashram system. And Lord Chaitanya said, no, go higher, go further. And he suggested karma sannyas yoga. And Lord Chaitanya said, go farther. And he suggested surrender everything like Gita, Saradharma Prasaja. Lord Chaitanya said, that's external, go higher. And he started talking about Bhakti, Dasya Bhakti, Sakya Bhakti, Vatsaya Bhakti. And he started talking about Madhurya Bhakti. He said, yeah, this is good, but speak more. This is the goal of life, Madhurya Bhakti, but speak more about it. So he started speaking more about the glorious Radharani and Krishna. Then he started talking about the prema and love affairs for Radha and Krishna. And then Ramananda Roy started to speak of a subject called Prem Vilas Vivar. Prem Vilas Vivar means under the influence of intense prem, Krishna becomes Radharani, Radharani becomes Krishna. They switch identities and enact pastimes and there's exchange roles. And when he said there's something higher, the Lord Chaitanya said, tell me the highest thing. Ramananda Roy started to tell about Prem Vilas Vivar. And then Lord Chaitanya put his hand on Ramananda Roy and said, okay, shut up, that's enough. That's high enough. Because he felt that he didn't want that to be broadcast to the general public. It was too high and too intimate. Prem Vilas Vivar. So that's broadcast and visible in the hearts of advanced devotees. So the Chaitanya Charitamrita is recorded for every class of devotee. So it's kind of a general overview of bhakti. Many secrets of bhakti are not in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. But it's a good summary of all the Goswami's teachings. It's the best summary. All the Goswami's Sanskrit books were put in simple Bengali. And the simple Bengali is translated in English. So you can understand something. Prem Vilas Vivar. Krishna dresses up Radharani like Krishna. Krishna dresses Radharani with a top knot, puts a turban on her, puts his yellow dhoti on her, yellow chadar. But that's Krishna only wears a chadar and nothing else on top. So Prem Vilas Vivar is a little into it. Radharani just wears a chadar because he's now Krishna. So it's not to be contemplated or discussed so much. And Krishna, Radharani dresses Krishna, ties his hair in a bani, in a braid, and puts a, chandrika on his hair and stuff. Like that. Jai. Prem Vilas Vivar ki Jai. The first question comes from your mouth is the most advanced possible question. That's a pretty good opener. Where are you going to go from there? Okay. The truth of that Leela and the tattva behind it is revealed to Baba Bhaktas. We don't, all our Rasik Jan, they don't describe much about this. This subject is for Anubhav. Anubhav means experience. One has to experience it in his bhajan, or her bhajan. And that'll be a great day of bhajan, to see that Leela. Who is Ramananda Roy? Ramananda Roy is Vishaka Sakhi. Krishna wants to understand Radharani's love, and who knows more than Vishaka? Vishaka is the same color, everything is the same as Radharani. Born the same day, the same time, the same place. Rajaguna, same vibe, same feeling, everything same. Lead is different. Vishaka is no branch. V means without, Shaka means branch. Branches of a tree. No branch, one branch, Radha branch. Radha 1, Radha 2. Guy's a good speaker, great singer also. Krish Vasi. He's enjoying that Brahmin tongue. That tongue that can pronounce, relish and taste Sanskrit. Special blessing. The guy speaks and sings with so much love. You can feel it, eh? It's a real thing. Kavi Havi Bolo Sedi Namar. When will that day be mine? Hey, next life or next to next life. Questions? Okay.
In what cases and when disciples should discuss with Gurudev his spiritual experience, some grains of spiritual experience?
At what time a disciple should ask his Gurudev about his spiritual realizations or discuss or review
When it's
the right time.
Question is, at what time or what stage should a disciple ask his guru or her guru about the guru's spiritual anubhavs experiences?
No, I mean when disciple can speak with his some grains of spiritual experience with Gurudev, just review,
When can a disciple reveal his or
discuss,
her to the guru?
how to discuss, should he discuss.
When can a disciple discuss his experience? When should he discuss with his Guru?
Some grains, not experience.
Some little bit of experience, whatever the disciple is.
When can a disciple discuss the disciple's experience of Bhakti Bhajan with his guru? Yes? Anytime. The guru is there as a teacher. Teacher doesn't have next year at 5 o'clock. you message your guru, say I want to discuss my bhajan. When can I meet you? Sir, give him time to meet and then we discuss. It's a big thing. It's no big thing. At least in India, you don't have to fill out a form on the internet and get cross references and clearance with the counselor and the GBC and the temple commander and temple president, personal secretary. You just go to the guru and say, I want to discuss my bhajan, my Bhakti bhajan. When can we? Okay, tomorrow. No problem. People call me on the phone from Delhi and say, I want to talk to you about Bhakti bhajan. I said, when are you free? I'm free. I said, okay, go Saturday. The doctor's always on call. He has a little beeper on. Doctor has a little beeper on his thing. Beep beep. Oh, I got a delivery. I gotta go deliver a baby. Bye. You run out of the movie. You gotta go. Sometimes people, I have my phone on late at night. Sometimes people call me up late at night. You say, I need your help. I said, okay, talk. Talk till 1 o'clock. Because, the guru lives for other people, Part of his life. He has a lot of free time to himself also. But he's a servant. The guru is a servant. Like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, it's told, I don't know, I didn't see. But it said he used to offer obeisances to his disciples. And one disciple asked him, why are you doing that? He said, you're all my masters. You're all my teachers. So I'm your student, you're my teachers. So I'm showing respect to my teachers. So the Guru saw his disciples as his teachers. He is offering respects to the disciple, Babaji Siddhanta. I read that in a biography of him. So that's pretty extraordinary. That's very common for Gaudiya Vaishnavas to offer obeisance to everyone. If you go to Barsana, Pili Pupur, there's a great Gaudiya Vaishnava, you know the Hari Baba. He offers obeisance to everybody. He doesn't think you're big, small, this, that. But someplace, you know, you do have, you're not supposed to offer obeisance. Offering obeisance is the most sublime seva. You awake or what? You're fall asleep or what? Okay. That's like Vaitacharya. He didn't like Lord Chaitanya because Lord Chaitanya was always offering obeisance to Vaita. Because Vaita was a disciple of his guru's guru. The guru of Lord Chaitanya is Ishwar Puri, and the guru of Ishwar Puri is Madhavendra Puri. So Vaitacharya is on the level of his guru. More than his guru, because Chaitanya's guru is Ishwar Puri is Madhavendra Puri is guru of Vaitacharya. So the Param guru of Lord Chaitanya is the guru of Vaitacharya. And Vaitacharya is so much older, and it was a big guru initiating before Lord Chaitanya even started Harinam Sankirtan. So he's offering obeisances to Vaitacharya. And Vaitacharya didn't like that, so he wanted to break this arrangement. He wanted to establish to the world that I'm a servant of Lord Chaitanya. So Vaitacharya started preaching the Vaita philosophy. He started preaching Gyan Vishishta, which is a type of Vaitan philosophy. It's not Mayava, it's Vaitan. So Lord Chaitanya heard about that and came and started beating up Vaitacharya. And see today his wife said, don't beat him, he's an old man, you're a young guy, you're 7 feet tall, he's just not short, you gotta kill him. So, and we just said, slap me more, slap me more. Like, you're always nice to the disciple, they make it like a little loose, so it's so you slap them out sometimes. Now I'm being nice, but maybe after some time. I started slapping. I don't have it in me. It's not me. You'll do what you'll do. Nothing can be forced. The nicest quote I remember from Srila Prabhupada, he said, devotional service to Krishna is voluntary. So the Guru represents Krishna, Acharya Mavi Janayan. So you want to serve Guru, do it. You don't. What, who cares? You serve Guru, it's good for you. You don't serve Guru, okay, it's your choice. It's like that. No. Yeah, because it's love. Love is its own master. Bhakti means love. You love, you want to serve. You love ways you don't want to serve. So don't serve. Like some people that write me letters, I'm losing my desire to serve. I said, why? Are you making offenses? I don't feel like serving. Okay, don't serve. But chant the holy name, read some shastra. Yeah, I'll do that, but I don't want to do any service. I'm not asking you to do any service. Okay. Take a vacation. You know, it's not an army. Army, you don't go do service, you get locked up. They put you in army jail. What's the question now? Is that question asked? You got it. They have a lot of enthusiasm in the chant. Yeah. Is this thing loud now? You can hear it? You can hear it? You hear it? You can hear it? Okay. Describe more on that, about the relationship. The question is, what is the relationship between Gadadhar and Mahaprabhu? This relationship is not described so much in our Shastra, because everybody reads the same books, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangal, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and Goswami books. It's not described. There's some songs by Lakshmandas Thakur and Narahari Sarkar. They describe something about the relationship between Gaura Gadadhar. Of course, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was a worshiper of Gaura Gadadhar. But because in Lord Chaitanya, he primarily Krishna Srupa, Vande Krishna Srupam, says Narayan. They had the Bhava and Kanti of Radharani. He was Sakshat Krishna, 100% Krishna. We had the mood, the feelings, the sentiments of Radharani, and the color of Radharani, golden color, Gauranga. But in Navadvip Leela especially, he was more in the mode of Krishna. And Gadadhar is Sakshat Radharani. Gadadhar is Ladni Shakti. He's Shakti Tattva. We were saying yesterday, Panchatattva Krishnam, Bhakti Rupa Srupakam, Bhaktavataram Bhaktakam, Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. So the avatar, Bhakti avatar is the Vaitacharya. He's a descent, the appearance, the avatar of devotion. But devotion itself, Ladni Shakti, Bhakti, one aspect of Bhakti is Ladni Shakti. Ladni Shakti personified is Gadadhar Pandit. Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani, Nitya is Balaram, Chaitanya is Krishna, and Srivas Thakur is Narada Muni. Narada Muni is in all Krishna Leela, Dwarka, Mathura, Vrindavan. So Narada Muni comes as Srivas Thakur. He represents Jiva Shakti. Jiva Shakti Narada Muni. He's a Jiva. It appears in Gaura Leela as Srivas Thakur, a Brahmin. So Gaura Gadadhar interact with each other in Madhurya Ras. The Ras is Madhurya when they're together, because when they go in Shiva Sangam, they have Rachi Leela. There's Astakali Leela described to Gauranga by different later day acharyas, not by the Six Goswamis, but later day gurus and acharyas that Gaudiya line. They describe the Astakali Leela. Gaura Gadadhar, like all the pastimes that Radha and Krishna play, Gaura Gadadhar play. Holy, they play holy together, and there Gauranga is in Krishna's mood, and he's in the Bhava of Krishna, in the Madhurya Bhava of Krishna, and Gadadhar is in the Madhurya Bhava of Radharani. Mahabha. So it's very secret, confidential, and esoteric. But they're exchanging in Madhurya Ras, all the rasas, Anubhavas and Sattvic Bhavas of Madhurya Rati. They're in male forms, but they're experiencing the Bhavas in this way. So it's very esoteric worship. Unless your guru is teaching that, you shouldn't really follow that. Well, that's your own. You have some praktana samskara from last life, some kind of samskara impression for that type of worship and bhajan, then you'll naturally do it automatically and find guidance and instruction how to do that worship. Generally, worship Radha Krishna Yugal, Gaurnitai, Radha Krishna Yugal, Giraj. The Gaudiya is esoteric, but it's fully real bhav and real exchange. They have Rasula together. Gaudiya dancing Rasula. Gaudiya always has tambal in his hand. Like Radharani has tambal, pan, and so he's offering the Gauranga. And Gauranga chews it and gives it back to Gaudiya. It's very intimate Madhurya relationship. Because Gauranga is Krishna treating Gaudiya like Radharani. Embracing and they sleep together in a flower bed at Ratri Lila. There's different Astakalidas to Gauranga. Some Astakalidas, after Kirtan and Shiva Sangam, Gauranga goes home and sleeps with Vishnu Priya. But in some Astakalidas, Krishna Gauranga, after Rasli goes in the Kunja, in the flower Kunja and sleeps with Gaudiya on a flower bed. This is reality. This is very high spiritual reality of eternal Gaudiya, which our acharyas, Goswami say, happens in the Maya Jagat. There's no place in the spiritual world described in any Goswami books or any other Puranas or anything, Navadvipa in the spiritual realm. Vrindavan is Prakha Vrindavan on the earth planet, and Aprika planet in the Paravyam, spiritual sky, Goloka Vrindavan, Braja. But Gaudiya is Nitya in the Maya Jagat. That's what my teacher taught me. And that's what the Shastras will clearly tell you also. But different acharyas have different ideas about that also. So follow your guru, follow your path, and you get to where you have to go. Well, that's a very dynamic subject, but you have to have some base of authority. The six Goswamis, Narottam, etc., they don't describe a lot of these fine detailed points. You have to read between the lines, and the Goswamis, my Guru Maharaj said, and I also agree, they didn't leave anything uncovered. Goswamis, Narottam, Vishnu, Baladev, and they covered everything. There's nothing more to be learned or understood. The Sandarbhas and all their commentaries on Shastra, there's nothing more needed. Just need to understand what the original teachings are and follow them and be taught by a guru, the right path of bhakti, and go forward. This is the way. Gaudiya. In the Gaudiya Math Yoga Pit, they have Gaudiya in the backside. Back of the Kirtan Mandap, there's Gaudiya Murti. And the Shringa, Raha and the Shringa also. Not in the main temple. But on the other side of Navadvip, Prachin Navadvip, there's no Gaudiya. You in there? Those are Jai's birthplace? I went there once. Gaudiya Pran took me. Famous Gaudiya Pran. He was a nice devotee. Deep devotee. He's doing the Gaudiya Prans is doing Lila Swarm since 1975. That's a long time. Living in Navadvip Dham. A lot of people criticize this person, which is unfortunate for them. because you can't see inside the heart of the devotee. Well, you can understand by the vibration there's something special. So this person is special devotee of Gaura Gadadhar and Radha Krishna. So always be careful to respect everyone and honor everyone. If you always think everyone's better than me and bigger than me, you'll be safe. As soon as you think I'm big, I know something, then you're finished. And if you have some position, you have some quote-unquote seniority in some particular small speck of the universe, some small speck of the universe, you have some notoriety or some superiority or some not superiority, some seniority due to age or whatever, ashram or age. So people will oftentimes ask your opinion about so-and-so or so-and-so. And the best thing is to fold your hands and say, like Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, whenever anybody went to Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, 6 Goswamis, when he was living in Vrindavan, and he said, this Vaishnava is doing this and this. He said, I don't want to hear about that. All I know is they surrender their life to Guru and Krishna, and they're trying their best to serve Krishna. That's all I know. That's all I care about. Radhe Radhe. Raghunath Bhatta Ki Jai. So this is a good way to go. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
One friend asked me to ask you why.
Who is?
One friend
Okay.
asked me to ask you why at Advaita Parivar we have this tilak. What is the meaning of this tilak and what is this represent?
What is the meaning of the tilak?
Why
Of
this
Advaita
form?
Parivar.
This form is called Vat Patra Tilak. What's that? Vat means banyan leaf. It's supposed to look like a banyan leaf. It's Urdhva Pandra. Vaishnavas were Urdhva Pandra. Pandra means tilak, Urdhva means up, going up, vertical. So Shaivites wear horizontal tilak. So all Vaishnavas wear some type of tilak going upward, vertical, Urdhva Pandra. And on the nose, Bhagavan doesn't wear any tilak on the nose. Bhagavan only wears on the forehead. He wears a U shape or Ardha Chandra with a dot in the middle of it, or sometimes Ardha Chandra with a star. This is Krishna's tilak. Nothing on the nose. But when you're in a particular mission, you're at Nityananda Parivar, Krishna wears Nityananda tilak. You're waiting for Krishna wears the Vaita tilak. You're in Shamananda Parivar, he wears Newport tilak. Krishna wears Newport, the Murti. You see Radha Shamasundar Murti in Vrindavan, he wears Newport tilak. You see Shamasundar, Saint Shamasundar in Ramreji, he wears ISKCON tilak. But in Nitya Lila, Krishna wears tilak, Gorachan or Kunkam or musk or kasturi, and it's just a U on the forehead. Or between the eyebrows, half moon with a dot on the top. See Indian posters, when Indians paint Krishna, usually paint tilak like that. So it distinguishes our family of Advaita from any other family. Nitai Parivar is called Vants Patra. Vants means bamboo leaf. The Vants Patra. And supposedly, books about IGM, they say that IGM's tilak is Tulsi Patra. It looks like a Advaita Parivar, actually. IGM is Tulsi, Tulsi leaf. Tulsi Patra. Nitai Parivar looks like an arrow. It's very, very pointed, long pointed. Like a bamboo leaf is a spiky pointed thing. Ours is shaped like a heart. It's like a heart. I like that part. We got a heart. It's a banyan leaf. Advaitacharya discovered the deity of Madan Mohan at Advaitavat, under the banyan tree, at the base of Drasati Jatila. That deity of Madan Mohan was installed by Krishna's great-grandson Vajranath and was worshipped in Mathura by Kubja. Really cool, huh? Kubja was worshipping Madan Mohan. And then Madan Mohan came from Mathura and went to Drasati Jatila. And then he got hidden in Drasati Jatila inside the mountain, got buried because the Mughals were attacking. And later, Vaidacharya came to Vrindavan, had a dream, and dug out Madan Mohan and worshipped him. Then he took him to Mathura and left him with Chobe family. And Sanatana Goswami went begging Madhukar in Mathura. And Madan Mohan said, I want to go back to my hilltop palace. I'm tired of this house in Mathura. So then he came in a dream of Chobe Brahmin, popular Brahmin family. He came in a dream. He said, I want to go with this beggar, this Madhukari Baba Sanatana. I want to go back to Vrindavan. So then he came in Sanatana's dream, take me back to Vrindavan. So, okay. So Madan Mohan went from Mathura, Vrindavan, Mathura, Mathura back to Vrindavan. He was manifested installed in Mathura somewhere. Kuja was worshiping. He came to Vrindavan. Then the Vaidacharya discovered him. Then he went back to Mathura. Then he came back with Sanatana Goswami. And then he came to Radha Kunda. Then he went to Kamban. Then he went to Jaipur. Then he went to Karoli, Madan Mohan. So this deity is on the move. This is a really moving deity. Mathura, Vrindavan, Mathura. Right, scratch Vrindavan. Vrindavan, Radha Kunda. Stayed Radha Kunda for a few days. They went to Kamiman, then to Jaipur. Then Jaipur's daughter married the prince of Karoli, and the daughter said, I'm not going unless I take Madan Mohan with me. So the king said, okay, take him with you. I got Govinda, so you can have Madan Mohan. So Madan Mohan went to Karoli. You see him? He lives in a big palace. So Madan Mohan is on the move. And when Vaidya had him, he was Madan Mohan. But then when Vaidya was worshipping him in Drasati Jatila, he had a temple for Madan Mohan. Then the Mughals came to attack the temple. They heard there was a deity there, kind of break it. So the deity heard about it before anybody. The deity is Krishna. He's all-knowing. So the deity ran away. The Babaji came one day and said, oh, the deity's ran away. And then he went to Vaidacharya and said, Thakurji ran away. Oh, really? Why do that? I don't know. I guess he was afraid of the Mughals. So Vaidacharya was very unhappy. He was crying, where's my Madan Mohan? Oh, Madan Mohan. And he had a dream. And he saw a beautiful little boy, Gopal, in a dream. And Gopal was crawling around the ground underneath some flower bushes. Some mogra and gulab, and he was crawling chameli and Jewy, and he was crawling around under the flowers. And Krishna and the Vaidacharya in a dream, he saw him. He said, what are you doing here? I'm hiding from the Mughals. Come and get me. So the next day, Vaidacharya went to the flower garden. Because every Thakurji has a flower garden. Like out in Ramareti, there's Banki Vihari's flower garden is there, and Radhavallabha's flower garden, big walls around inside the whole flower garden. So Thakurji's flower garden, Madan Mohan, was at the base of the hill on the Yamuna side. So the deity ran away from the Mughals and hid in the flowers. The Vaidacharya went into the flowers, looking, Gopal, over here, Gopal. So he found Gopal and said, what are you doing? Go back to him. Okay, I'll go back. So the Vaidacharya picked up Gopal in his arms and took him back. We got in the temple, he manifested the deity. And he told him when he picked him up, he said, from now on you call me Madan Gopal. So from that time on, Vaidacharya called the deity Madan Gopal. If you look in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Adi Lila, it talks about Krishna's Kairaj, praying for the mercy of Madan Mohan. It sometimes says Madan Gopal, sometimes says Madan Mohan. Because in the 500 years ago, during the time of Krishna Kaviraj, almost the Gaudiya Vaisnavas, they call this deity both names, Madan Gopal, Madan Mohan. My Gurudev named me after Madan Gopal. So that's the story how Madan Mohan became Madan Gopal. So he became Madan Gopal, and then the waited left Vrindavan, so Madan Gopal went to Mathura, and his son Goswami became Madan Mohan again. This is very good. Because when Waita found Gopal, Gopal said, "For now on, you call me Madan Gopal." He's not Gopal like a little boy. He's Madan. He's grown up. He's a 15-year-old kid. Very lusty kid also, lusty boy. Naughty also. Very naughty and lusty boy. Madan Gopal. He's not a little crawling, stealing butter, yogurt Gopal. He's stealing saris. Stealing saris and hearts of gopis. And stealing wives of coward men Gopal. So he's Madan. Madan means the Cupid Gopal. The flirty boy. Flirty boy. He has a voice named Gopal, but he's a flirt. You know, flirt means he tries to seduce everyone's wife. Batteries on blue? But, no batteries there. Sorry for that. Madan Gopal ki Jai, Jai Prabhu ki Jai, Jai Jai Sri Radhe.
Babaji Maharaj ki Jai.
Gosh, quiet. Cross your fingers. Questions? No question. Sadhini question. Vishakpatam question. No thinking question.
Maharaj, in third canto we see that Devhuti and Lord Kapil is having some fight between each other. So there is a Garbha Stuti over there, prayers on the womb. So it's written that the child or the embryo is seeing the Paramatma over there and praying that. So Maharaj, after seeing the Paramatma, how is that he is coming into the material world and not getting liberated? He's seeing the Paramatma over there and not getting liberated.
In the third canto of Bhagavatam, Kapila Shiksha, it describes about the baby in the womb is having darshan of Paramatma and offering prayers for release from samsara, to get liberation from samsara. How is it that after he's born, he or she goes right deep into samsara?
After seeing the Paramatma,
after seeing Paramatma. Many people saw Sakshat Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Kurukshetra battle, but they didn't accept that. Seeing is one thing, but the consciousness has to be a certain level. And one thing is, Acharyas commenting on that section of Bhagavatam, say this description is for some rare babies. A lot of people think every baby's having this experience. Every baby's having darshan of Paramatma in the womb of the mother. Every baby's praying for release from the misery. That's not true. It's 1 out of a million, 1 out of 10 million. So it's like very rare that babies get darshan Paramatma. So you're making an assumption, because most everyone's born is in Maya. And they born in Maya, they live in Maya, they die in Maya. Because they don't surrender to God fully. So if someone sees a Paramatma, it's still not guaranteed they're going to be free from Maya. Because so many people saw Krishna, Mathura, and Dwarka, but because they're envious of him, they didn't get liberated. Or like some people, like Shishupal was envious. He was always thinking of Krishna because he was absorbed. the Acharyas say being envious of Krishna is not the way to get liberation, but being absorbed in Krishna. Because somebody is envious of God, but they're not thinking of him, just envy God. But Shishupal's example, envy, but what he's really teaching, absorption. Because he is absorbed in the complete purity, Pavitram, Mangalam, Krishna, all Krishna is all pure Bhagavan. Because by the power of absorption, he got free from his envy. And Krishna blessed him with liberation. Many people are envious of God. They say God is dead, I don't believe in God. They say all kinds of nasty things. But most of the time, they're just watching football, big games, drinking vodka, and enjoying life. But they're envious of God. They're not absorbed. 24/7 he was absorbed. Kamsa was absorbed in Krishna out of fear by him. Fear is usually not a way to have love for God, but because he was absorbed, his wife, he had two wives, Pushti and Mushti. he had two wives that were the daughters of Shishupal. Masti and Tasya. So they had nice names actually. Pushti and Tushti or something. Pushti and Tushti. Pushti means nourishment, Tushti means satisfaction. Anyway, I forget. They had nice names. So one was wearing blue, one was wearing yellow, one was all dressed yellow, one was all dressed in blue. No, excuse me. One was wearing white, one was wearing blue. So they came in to see Kamsa's sunset. And the sun was going down. It wasn't very much clear vision, clear visibility in the palace room where Kamsa was staying in Mathura. So when he saw this blue and white, he mistook the blue sari his wife was in and the white sari his other wife. He thought it was Krishna Balaram. And he called the guys, guards, choke it down, Ira, Holy Crow. Help, Krishna Balaram, come to kill me. He thought the blue sari his wife was Krishna, and the wife in the white sari was Balaram. Because it was predicted that the 8th son of Devaki is going to kill him. So he thought, because he was so much fearful, he was having visions. He saw his wife as Balaram. His other wife is Krishna. But he was absorbed, so he got liberated. So the baby in the womb is having darshan of Paramatma. 1 out of 50 million babies, that is. And maybe that one gets liberated. We don't know about that. But generally, babies, they don't pray to Krishna to save them from Maya. And they don't have darshan. That's like, because when I first read it, I thought it was for everybody. You can't read it. I asked my Guru Maharaj, who's a pundit. He said, no, this is the exceptional case. Because who did it happen to Shukadeva Goswami? Shukadeva Goswami was in the womb for 16 years. He didn't want to come out. He said, I'm not coming out. Poor mother. 16 years of heavy burden. They say burden of love, That's a real burden. So he said, I'm not coming out unless Bhagavan comes and promises me I won't be in Maya. So Bhagavan entered the room and gave darshan to Shukadeva. He said, you'll be Brahman realized. You won't have anything, you won't be in the material, you'll be liberated when you're born. So he's liberated when he's born, he's a Mukta Purush. He was Jiva Mukta at birth, Shukadeva Goswami. Liberated at birth. He didn't see the difference between man and woman. He walked naked down the street. No one got disturbed by him. He didn't disturb anybody. No one got disturbed by him. A transcendental personality. So, if you see Paramatma, you may get liberated, you may not. You may get prayed, you may not. Depends on your consciousness. Intention and consciousness. So many people saw Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjuna was slaughtering soldiers like million a minute. They didn't all get liberated. Because the Kshatriyas dying in the battle, they go to Swarga. That's a type of liberation, but it's not permanent. It says that demons killed by Krishna get liberated. But Krishna didn't kill anybody, Kurukshetra. He just went along for a ride. He was the driver. He saw a lot of people killed, but he killed them. He said he already killed them. He's the efficient cause. Upadan Karma, everything is Bhagavan anyway, but they didn't get liberated. What time is it now?
4:45. 15 minutes.
15 more minutes.
Okay. Time question? Okay.
I know I'm good timing of questions. No Italian questions no more.
No. Okay. Good night. Good night, everybody. How do you say good night in Italian?
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte.
Buonanotte. Buonanotte. That's nice. Buono means good.
Yes.
Notte means night. Notte. Buonanotte. How many languages do you know? 5, 6?
I forgot German, French, English, Russian, Hindi, Bengali I learned, but I not use, I forgot.
You know
Italian,
French?
I learned.
English, Russian?
Russian only.
I think you're speaking English now. Anyway, whatever. Krishna is described one of Krishna's called Sarvabhashavid. Sarvabhashavid. Vid means victorious or conqueror. Bhasha means language. Rajbhash. Rajbhasha. The Sarvabhasha, he knows all the languages. He can speak to the buffalo. He can speak to the cows, the crows, the parrots. I wrote about it in a book called 64 Qualities of Krishna. And he can speak all the different languages. He can speak the dialects of the Aboriginals, the Palinda girls in the forest. The girls in the forest, they collect kumkum and kasturi to give to Krishna and Radharani. And they speak a funny language, Jungalese, Aboriginal language, the Palinda women. And Krishna can speak to them. But the best thing, he speaks the language of love. Love is universal language. Love you can speak with your eyes. You don't even need to speak any sound. Your eyes tell it all. Watch out. You read so many descriptions of Krishna communicating his love through his eyes, Radharani communicating her love through her eyes. It's called Ingita. In Sanskrit, Ingita. Ingita. Ingita means indication. Indication, a message. Indication. Nothing being said but in the eyes. Like Radharani makes sweets for Krishna in the evening and gives him the Tulsi Mantra. Gives the sweets. And tells, give these to Nishta and on the ground to make sure Krishna eats them. And come back and tell me how he liked them. So Tulsi carries Radharani sweets to Nandagram and Pradosh Lila, 8:24 to 10:48, or maybe Shana Lila, 6 to 8:24 in the evening. And Tulsi gives the sweets that Radharani made for Krishna dinner to Dhanishta. Then Dhanishta gives them to Krishna. And Krishna eats them. And later, Krishna's wandering the hallway and he meets Tulsi Manjari. And Tulsi Manjari says, how do you like the sweets Radharani made? And Krishna looks at Tulsi Manjari in the eyes and speaks through his eyes. And when Krishna's looking at Tulsi Manjari takes a picture with her, selfie. Picture with her eyeballs of what Krishna is looking like when he's describing his happiness and eating the sweets cooked by Radharani. So he goes back and says, Radharani, first thing, Radharani, did Krishna like my sweets? And Tulsi says, yes. How do I know? Did he say anything? And then Tulsi said, look at my eyes. So Radharani looked in the eyes of Tulsi and said, oh Lord, I see Krishna in your eyes. I see Krishna smiling in your eyes. I see Krishna's really happy. I see Krishna's eyes in your eyes. And Krishna's eyes in your eyes are telling me he's happy and he likes my sweets. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. This is how communication goes on with the eyes. There's some type of Nayaka Bhav. There's a Nayaka Bhav, a type of loving emotional mood of a lover of Krishna. There's 8 Astanayaka Bhavas. Utkantita Bhav, Vasak Sajika, Avisara Bhav, Kalahantrita, and Kila Kinchit Bhav. The different Bhavs have different symptoms. So Kila Kinchit Bhav, there's Kincha means a little. Kila means all. Kila means all, everything. Akila. And Kincha means a little. So Kila Kinchit Bhav means a little of everything. So when Radharani shows this Bhav, it's one of Krishna's favorite Bhavas. It usually happens in Dan Leela, when Krishna's taxing Radharani the gopis. Like Krishna says, he tells Radharani, he says, I'm going to tax you. You have 2 water pots. He said, well, I don't have any water pots. He said, inside your choli. He said, inside your choli you have 2 golden water pots, and they're full of jewels. And so I'm going to tax you for the pots, and I'm going to inspect the contents, and tax you for the contents also. And Luigi says, nothing doing, buddy. Get lost. You're not a tax. Who made you a tax collector anyway? Anyway, it's called Dan Keli Chintami, Dan Keli Kamudi. By Jasko Swami Rupa Swami. So during that pastime, Radharani shows a little of 7 different emotions. Kila Kinchit Bhav. And this is one of Krishna's favorite. It's Radharani. She looks at Krishna with anger in her eyes, with a smile on her lips. Her lips are slightly smiling. There's anger in his eyes. There's tears coming out of the corner of his eyes. Her lip is trembling. And many things are going on. And it's Kila Kinchit. It's described in Ujjvala Nilamani and there for sure. Go into Lilamrita also, it's described. There's Kila Kinchit, a little many bhavas. So this is the most, so Radharani communicates one thing through her eyes, one thing through her tears, one thing through her trembling, one thing through the way she angles her hip and turns her head away like, I'm leaving, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in you. I'm really interested in you. I don't want to touch you, I want to touch you. I don't want to kiss you, I really want to kiss you. So Krishna says, wow, this is a feast. It's called a rasa feast. 7 rasas combined together. Avahita, Utkanta, eagerness, Utkanta, Avahita, concealment, Vamya, opposite contrary mood, Vamya, all these different emotions combined to make a wonderful, wonderful gourmet preparation of ras, Krishna loves it. Kila Kinchit Bhav. Maharaj would always reach about Kila Kinchit Bhav. He loved that ras and that exchange. Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. Because, Mathura is the place of Ras. Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe, Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Okay.
Jai Bhakti Maharaj.